It don't happen. The race to Dennis Osadebe House in Edo State Government House is hotting up. Yes, indeed. General Charles Idiawe says, I am the man you can trust with your vote. Give me your vote and your votes will be secured. Yes, indeed. The governorship election for Edo State is hotting up. General Charles Idiawe, come July 14th, 2012, says, vote for me and I will be your best governor. Join us live at Voice of Africa Radio 94 FM studios today, Tuesday the 19th day of June 2012 at 4 p.m. as Charles Nehikari, a Director General, volunteers for General Charles's campaign team, and Osahon Igiebo, member, PDP and chairmanship aspirant, Oredo Local Government Council in Edo State. General Charles Ehigi Ariawe, retired, is a man you can trust with your vote. PDP, power to the people. Call live in the studio on 0208 180 2523 or 07961 573 883. Join us online on www.voiceofafricaradio.com. This is the place to be. One interview, too many. You can't afford to miss it. PJ. Yes, indeed. This is Voice of Africa Radio 94 FM, and we welcome you to On the Road show for this wonderful, wonderful Tuesday afternoon. And this is a show right here, the PLS on Radio. We're going to pilot the show from now on through till 7 o'clock, where we would be, doing a lot of interviewing and entertaining you with the latest of music, Afrobeats from the African continent right here today. So you just get it locked and be with us online with www.voiceofafricaradio.com, and we'll be together from now through till 7 o'clock. I have a wonderful guest with me in the studio, and we will be together from now through till just about past 5 o'clock, where we'll have their own segment on the On the Road show for today. Keep it locked, don't flip the dial. We'll give you 4 lines which you would contact us with should you have comment, contribution or question for our guest in the studio for this day. Stay tuned and don't flip the dial. We'll be back right after this time out.
Getting you home in style. This is On the Road, 4 till 7 on Voice of Africa Radio, London.
Yes, indeed. The one and only licensed radio station for Africans in the United Kingdom. You can reach us far and wide on www.voiceofafricaradio.com and of course on the FM dial 94 FM. As I did mention earlier on, I have a wonderful guest with me in the studio. As you probably have heard in the soundbite and the jingle you've been listening to all morning till this moment, the Edo State governorship election is all hotting up, and of course come July the 14th this year the race to the government house at the Dennis Osadebe in the government reservation area, otherwise referred to as the GRA, will be taking place, where the masses and the indigenes of Edo State, particularly those that are resident at home, would be able to exercise their franchise and choose a candidate of their choice to be the next governor for the state. Incidentally, many are saying it's a 3-horse race. Some say it's a 2-horse race. We're not quite sure, but as much as we're able to get the candidates to come on board here, we will get them to come and speak for themselves, because no one can really speak best for you except yourself. Well, I'll go straight away to introduce my guest in the studio for this afternoon. He is on the platform of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State. Hello, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Voice of Africa Radio London.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay. Would like you to introduce yourself to us while you're here with us this afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Chris Neihari. I'm the Director General of Volunteers for GC, which stands for Volunteers for General Charles, who is the candidate for governorship for Edo State under the platform of PDP. We are here to ask Edo indigenes to talk to their people at home to support General Charles. And a vote for General Charles means development, true development, infrastructural and manpower development.
Okay, you talk about volunteer. Many people believe anywhere around the world that politics is about money, and to get to government, position, you need to spend some money. Why are you talking volunteering?
Oh, this is a new concept which we're introducing to Nigerian politics. You don't have to be a billionaire to contest for election. people are ready to now work for you because they believe that when you're in government, you will make sure that their votes count and you work for them as you please. This is why a lot of us have volunteered for General Charles. We have contributed our resources, we have contributed our time to help to make sure that the elections go the way they should go. Gone are the days where politics in Nigeria determined how deep your pocket was. That time has passed. If we volunteer to work for you, we expect that you will work for us when you're in government, and that is what we are all doing now.
Okay, many also would buy into that concept because they say he who dictates the piper dictates the tune. So if the people volunteer for you by way of maybe supporting you to get there, then you become answerable to them, and they also have the right to question. Is that right?
That's exactly what we mean.
Okay, wonderful. Now, tell us quickly, you're not doing this all by yourself. You're representing a governorship aspirant for Edo State. Who exactly is he, and could you give us a detailed information about him by way of introduction?
Well, General Charles Ariare is the PDP candidate for governorship. Before now, he served in the Nigerian Army for 37 years and retired as a Major General, and retired as the Commander of the Nigerian Army Finance Corps. Also, he was also the directing staff at the Nigerian Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, which is the highest institution in Nigeria in terms of academics.
That's Kuru in Jos.
In Kuru in Jos, exactly. He's eminently qualified and eminently experienced. He has also at one time served as the Nigerian Defense Attaché to Washington, D.C. And he did that. He had two terms of service there. As a chartered accountant, very prudent with resources, very good manager of men and resources, and right now what Edo State needs is exactly this person, and we are here to canvass for votes for him, to talk to people of Edo State, to call their people at home that now it's time for us to be the ones who elect our leaders, and when we all put hands together, our leaders will be answerable to us. And that is why I'm here in the United Kingdom, to ask our people to call home, to tell them that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and also to remind them and tell them that not all that glitters today is gold. We have to be careful how we use our votes. We have to be careful how we use our mandate. And General Charles is the best person right now that fits into the future development of Edo State, because he means well and he has a plan. Edo State is in a hurry to develop, and the person qualified to provide that for us is General Charles Ariare, and that's why we're here.
Wonderful. Many people, we're very much on ground. We're in touch with the people. We meet with them. We ask questions and we get feedbacks and all of that. On the basis of that, we'll be asking you some very pertinent questions today as far as the forthcoming election is concerned, and also in the person of the candidate, General Charles Ehige Ariare. Those who see him with his military background and believing that he's only a baby when it comes to politics, what would you say? What would you have to say to that? How would you address the concerns people have along that line?
On the contrary, I think General Charles is actually the best person who fit into a political arrangement right now. Historically, you won't agree with me that military men have made the best politicians around the world. And as a military man who's risen from a boy soldier to the rank of general, you should know that within the military there's also politics, and he's been able to navigate himself from zero to hero. That kind of person should be applauded. I don't think there's a time which he was found wanting throughout his career. He got his promotions that has went due, and he rose from a private to the rank of general. So military and politics are actually exactly the same thing, and he has the added advantage. Apart from being a Nigerian, he's also a military Nigerian. And he has the advantage of having played politics as a military man and now going to play politics as a civilian. So mixing these two together, Edo State will be better for it.
Okay, wonderful. I just want to let our listeners know that we're hitting the ground running right here. You have opportunity to be part of this this interview session, which will be on for perhaps the next 20 minutes. Mr. Chris Nehihai, you are the Director General, the DG, I meant to say, the volunteering team for General Charles, in the run-up to the election for the governor of Edo State. Yes, you can ask him questions here. I take it that you are an embodiment of General Charles as you sit here to answer questions which he might not directly be present to answer. So if you have any question, any comment, or indeed any contribution to this interview session, feel free to join us on the line and call in through to our phone lines on this announcement.
Voice of Africa Radio. Call now on 0208180253 or 07961573883 or text 07904899195.
Thank you very much. Those are numbers that you can call through to be part of this show right here. Already we have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you joining us from this afternoon?
Yeah, my name is Larry. I'm calling from London.
Thank you for joining us. What's your comment, your contribution, or your question?
My comment is, I think what I can understand from the profile from what the guy has said, that this guy, Ariadne, is once Major General in the army.
Yes, he was a Major General in the army.
For about 37 years?
35 years? 37 years. Okay.
37 years. Okay. If he has handled such brilliant post as a major in the army for 37 years, and he hasn't done nothing in Benin, how come he's coming to do something?
Okay, that's a question. You're asking if he's been in government, or served the government in the military for 37 years approximately.
37 years as a general.
As a general, you didn't feel his impact.
It's far a stronger position to help Edo State than a governor.
Okay, we'll hold on to that question. I will reiterate that in just a moment. We have another caller who's joined us from the phone line. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you joining us from?
Hi there. Good afternoon. I'm Philip. I'm from Kensington.
Philip from Kensington. Thanks for joining us.
I just have a question for the campaign team for PDP.
Okay. What's your question, sir?
Just looking at the so close to 10 years when PDP were in government before CN took over, and in such a short space of time and the development that an achievement that ACN has brought to the state, what is different from what ACN has been achieving that PDP is going to bring on board if they come back to power?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Is that your question? You have anything more to add to it?
Yeah, that's my question. What dimension? What's going to be different from what we're already, getting from ACN?
Okay, that's a question from our caller, and the first question was why General Charles was in the military. Wouldn't it have been a better opportunity for him to serve the people rather than being a governor? That's the first question. If he was there for 35, 37 years, people didn't feel his impact. Was a guarantee that he's going to do anything differently this time if he's governor? And the second question is what AC has done over this short period of time compared to the last 10 years before. What is he going to be able to achieve differently?
Okay, I'll take questions one by one. Take the first question first.
Okay.
General Charles served in the military for 35, 37 years. He rose to the rank of general. And throughout that time, he had different postings. And obviously, he excelled as a military man. That is why he got his postings as went due. Now, you're asking what did he do for the Edo people through that period. It's not someone who's going to go around to hit his chest with this, I did this or I did that. Things are in the military establishment. Things are done constitutionally and in line with military rules. I can just tell you for sure that many young men who joined the army, he probably assisted in their being able to be recruited to the army, also other military forces. And in the industry of, he's an accountant. He afforded many scholarships to people. He also helped lots of women through an organization called CACO, especially the local indigenes, the market women and traders, through soft loans and other things with an NGO which he was the chairman of. So there are many things which he did behind the scene, and we've kept it behind the scene. And it's not because of politics we now have to come out to start saying he did this, he did that, because people will read meanings to them. But I can assure you, as a military man and as a Benin man, was very proud of the Benin heritage, and he helped promote it while he served in the army.
Okay, thank you for that. And also, in terms of the achievement of ACN, for instance, in the last couple of years compared to the previous 10 years or more in the reign of the PDP as a platform in the state, what's the response to that?
Yeah, there's no doubt that the last governor of those states, Chief Lucky Benedion, did not do as well as people anticipated him to do. And Anders Shomole coming in has actually surpassed what Lucky Benedion did. But that's not to say the person who comes after Adams will not do better. General Charles is the first governorship candidate coming on board who has a robust manifesto, all priced, all costed, and everything ready to go. He's not coming in to start saying, I want to plan. He already knows what he wants to do, and he's going to hit the road running once he comes in there. And he's also telling people he's not going to stop any contract already awarded by the government on ground now. In fact, he's going to make sure they are done better and they're done faster and of better quality. It's so much easier for people to look back and say the last government didn't do so well. But if you look at it against the position of today, against the party in power today, you'll find that it's the same people that were there 10 years ago that are still there today. The only difference is that the head is different, which is Comrade Adams Oshomole. What we have in today's PDP is what we call the new PDP, which has been completely rebranded and renewed. And we have a party which is now very in sync with the people's expectations. Our government, when it comes in, will act prudently, will manage our resources more better, and also develop our state faster. Not just in the area of road construction, but in all the sectors of the economy to make the state a more amiable state. These are the areas General Charles is going to help the state.
Okay, I would give an opportunity for you to highlight, what you have on the manifesto for the people and what you think will be the selling points for the general should he become, or why the people should vote him to become the next governor of the state. Meanwhile, we have another caller who's just joined us on the landline, 018. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you joining us from?
Good afternoon. The name is Bishop. I'm calling from London, Southeast.
Bishop from London. Good afternoon to you and welcome to the program. What's your comment, question, or contribution?
I just have a question that I want to ask.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is to the general actually. From my point of view, this gentleman have not heard much about him. I just have a simple question. If in any case he become the governor of the state, what is his agenda, or what is he going to promise the masses that he's going to do that's going to topple what the incumbent governor has done so far?
Okay. Chris, do you want to respond to that?
Yeah. You see, that is what I talked about, a robust manifesto. We've made lots of promises. I cannot go through every single thing here in terms of manifesto, which will cost it. But I'll talk of in education. Where General Justice RRA intends to strike a balance between infrastructural upgrade and skills manpower development in the area of education. You see, what we have now is that we'll provide adequate training and retraining for the teachers when this government comes in. These are the areas that is important to us, to make teachers in tune with the dynamics of our changing world and provide quality learning and training for our students across the world. That's in education. For security, we intend to be able to create jobs to reduce this high rate of security which is happening in the state right now. Creating jobs through various ways, enhancing the skills of our children, and building sporting facilities across the 18 local governments, and encouraging people to go back to school. Going back to school in the sense that the government is going to provide bursary for for indigents at the tertiary level, and provide free education at primary and secondary school level. These things will help encourage parents to send their children to school, and when this is done, crime and other social vices will come down. We also have a program which at the moment we call a meal a day per child, which is novel to the Nigerian community. That is, every primary school child will be provided a meal once a day once they go to school in the government school in Edo State. This program we intend to start by the January 10 once school starts. And this is going to encourage parents also to send their children to school. This is just part of the little things we have on ground. And the area of health, we intend to make children between the age of 0 and 6 give them free healthcare, and those above 70 years to also have free healthcare no matter the complication they have. As our parents and our grandparents, they deserve the best as they serve the nation.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Bishop is still listening. You're still listening to the question that Chris is providing.
Yeah, there's something wrong with it. I didn't hear what he said at all. I thought he was just...
Okay, what we're hearing is some background noise from your end. But if you tune into your set, you'll be able to hear us, from your set. So while Chris continues with his answers.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bishop, I was giving a little expose on our manifesto. Also, you can get to our manifesto if you go on www.volunteersforgc.com. We have a comprehensive manifesto on that website. However, the promises we've made are simple promises, which we have also costed, and we are sure to be able to deliver them once General Charles is sworn in as governor in November. So it's not just because for the election's sake, but all these things were researched and costed, and we are confident that we can achieve them once our government comes in.
Okay. Just before we take the next caller online, I just want to let you know that this program is proudly sponsored by Auntie J, who is a very excellent caterer. We'll be getting the jingle up and running in just a few minutes. We got 177 on the line. Good afternoon. Your name, where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Larry.
Okay, Larry, you're back on the line again. Okay, what do you have to say this time?
Yeah, what I want to say, he's saying like he has a robust manifesto. I reckon that it's just using that to cover up. What we need in Edo State right now is simple. We need water, we need good roads, we need light and security. It's as easy as that. If he promised to provide it, then we can actually probably do the rest ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much. Chris, you had him mention,
Larry, I'm actually glad you came back on and mentioned those simple things. These are the simplest things politicians promise to the people. It is a basic government responsibility, and these things should be taken as a given to the people of Edo State. We don't have to put that as part of our social contract to the people. Any government that has failed to provide water to its people, that government does not deserve to be in government, as we voted that after 4 years. And this is one of the reasons why General Charles is coming in. Right now in Edo State, we all act as if we are all our own local government area. We provide ourselves our light, provide ourselves our water through boreholes, and in some cases, if possible, our own roads. So these are the things that the government should provide, and we've passed the stage where a governor coming in will promise that to the people. They're taking us for a ride. All governments to do the minimum thing, and that is provide this water. Water is essential, and the water is a given from General Charles's campaign. So we don't want to keep mentioning the same thing that was mentioned in 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, and now in 2000. But what we have today is the same government saying the same thing over and over again, not doing them. I don't know how versatile you are with what's happening in Benin City, and government believing that tying of roads is all that is needed for development to take place. We are going to go beyond that. While we're going to do the roads and make sure the roads are motorable and people are comfortable with the roads, we'll make sure the health sector is up and coming, the educational sector is working as well, and make sure that our people are secure and can sleep with both eyes closed. This is what government is all about. And that is why when we talk about road construction, we don't think it's something that you hit your chest and say, I'm tying roads. Tying roads is for 30 years ago. What we're doing now is providing an enabling environment for investors to come into your society, for your children when they leave university to get jobs. These are the things that we are targeting, and these are the things we intend to provide for the people of Edo State. And I'm glad you mentioned that, but we are going to the next level.
Getting you home in style. This is On the Road, 4 till 7 on Voice of Africa Radio, London.
I
want to send money, not spend it.
With MoneyGram, the power is in your hands, like the power to do more with your money. Competitive pricing means you keep more in your pockets. MoneyGram, international money transfer. The power is in your hands.
For a $4.99 fee, you can send up to £100 to Ghana. Available at UK post offices, Thomas Cook, and Going Places. Currency exchange fee may also apply, subject to terms and conditions.
Air, Nigeria and West Africa's premier airline.
Flying non-stop to Lagos daily with convenient connections to 21 destinations in Nigeria and 8 West African capitals. Experience a new standard in travel.
Now with increased baggage allowance to 32 kilograms per bag and chauffeur drive airport transfer for business class passengers, conditions apply.
To experience our world-class service, book now on 08444 822 324 or visit our website at www.aricair.com. Aric Air, beyond expectations.
Thank you very much. We're back from the commercial department. I've got a text message here that's been sent in from by Samantha from Peckham in southeast London. You say good afternoon to Chris and welcome to London. You want to find out exactly what sort of plan the PDP has for the diaspora in terms of exercising their vote, albeit they cannot vote, but the families at home that they can influence goes a long way. What sort of arrangement do you have and what sort of recognition do you have for the diaspora? This is Samantha from Peckham in southeast London.
Good afternoon, Samantha. I'm first and foremost, my presence in the UK right now will let you know that PDP takes very seriously our people that are abroad. They are the mainstay of the economy, especially in Benin, where a lot of our parents, a lot of our people are jobless right now, and we thank them for the support which they provide for those at home. We are also here to seek for your support right now to be able to talk to your people that PDP is changed and PDP is changing. What we need right now is a government that listens to people both home and abroad. Now, in the area of exercising franchise, it's the federal government policy, which PDP Edo alone cannot handle. If we had our way, because of the population of Edo people, especially in the UK, we'll be very happy if you can all get registered and actually cast your votes as you wish. But before that can be done by the government, we are here to seek your support to be able to talk to your people at home that the PDP is changing and has changed. I'm sure if you talk to them at home now, they'll tell you that good things are beginning to happen in terms of PDP. We have a new form of leadership, a new style, and the party right now listens to the people, and that is why we're having this feedback that we're having today. So once again, I'd like to thank you for this call and plead with you to call your brothers and sisters back home, fathers and mothers, to support PDP in this election, and be rest assured we will not let you down. And you also know that your vote is your strength, because any government that fails the people will not have a second chance. And PDP is a party right now that believes that the voice of the people is the voice of God.
For the people, economically, they are the people by the people. Spiritually, they are the people with the people. Politically, they are the people in the people. Yes, give power to my people. Power to the people. Give power to my people. Power to the people. Give power to my people. Power to the people. I say give power to my people. Power to the people. Now, listen to the voice of the people.
Yes, indeed. Listen to the voice of the people. How Sonny Okoso of blessed memory. Something done way back in 1979. That was about the Second Republic of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's been a far cry, and the journey is still very much on. This is On the Road on Voice of Africa Radio, your number one radio station. Hey Joe, the PLS on radio. Together in the studio right now with Chris Nehikare, is the Director General of the Volunteers Movement for General Charles Ariare governorship aspirant in a governorship candidate, I beg your pardon, for Edo State come the election, the governorship election on the 14th of July in the race to Dennis Osadebe Government House in Edo State. Well, Chris, we're coming back to you. Power to the people. You've just heard that. I didn't say it. It's something that has been said, some decades of years ago. Power to the people. You rightly alluded to that in terms of, calling and having a clarion call on the diaspora people, looking at the question posed by Samantha there in terms of how they can influence their people at home to, support the GC in the election. Now, an area that I haven't heard about is, you talked about employment and the plan in place to engage, to create employment opportunities for the youth in order to, if you like, disengage them from crime and be focused on, making a living for themselves. Now, the industrialization of Edo State, the mainstay of any economy, you would agree with me, is industry. Okay? Looking at the various industries in Edo State, from Bendel to now Edo State as it is, you have the cement factory, you have the steel factories, you have various factories that were in the state that seem to have all gone down. What exactly is your take on that, and what do you have to do in addressing some of those industries and factories that have been closed down in Edo State?
It's unfortunate that right now the state government has shut down every industry that it inherited from the previous governments. Benden Brewery has been shut down. Edo Line has been shut down. Okbela Cement Factory has been shut down. One of our priorities when we come in as government, according to General Charles, is to make sure these industries are up and running again. If the state government cannot run, they will bring in foreign investors or even local investors to put their money in there and make sure the indigenous of the states are gainfully employed. In the area of industrialization also, we've also realized in our manifesto that the farming is a massive part of creating employment, and a very robust farming method and a farming policy will be set up to also engage graduates across the state. The rice farms and the rice settlements across the state will be reactivated to bring in lots of people. We're also looking in the area of poultry, which is right now is also a lucrative business for even private individuals, and General Charles's government is going to encourage it and bring in people and provide funds for people to go into all these things. Employment is very important in this government, and for that we are going to create a very skilled manpower group, and we're going to once again reactivate and open technical colleges across the state to train our youths for different to gain different skills. These technical colleges will feed lots of industries, both in the oil and gas industry and other industries around the state. And we believe it is done already that it will be very successful. Crime is a very serious matter in Edo State right now, especially the issue of kidnapping. And we believe that when these youths are engaged positively, these things will come down. We also intend to have recreational facilities in each of the 18 local government areas, where mini stadiums and mini swimming pools, also develop our sporting prowess, which Edo State was known for in the past. And within the first 4 years of General Charles's government, the result of all these things will be seen. And people will appreciate that, yes, it is true that PDP is really rebranded and really changed. And one of the reasons why General Charles is the kind of the party is because it does not carry the baggage of the past, and is coming in with immense experience to help develop the state. And we're also glad to announce that it knows that development exceeds just the construction or reconstruction of existing roads. This is not going to rely on all the sectors of the economy will be touched, and development will be seen evenly across the 18 local governments, not in not in a few of the local governments across the state.
It don't happen. The race to Dennis Osadebe House in Edo State Government House is hotting up. Yes, indeed. General Charles IDRA says, I am the man you can trust with your vote. Give me your vote and your votes will be secured. Yes, indeed. The governorship election for Edo State is hotting up. General Charles IDRA come July 14th, 2012 says, vote for me and I will be your best governor. Join us live at Voice of Africa Radio 94 FM studios today, Tuesday the 19th day of June 2012 at 4 p.m. as Charles Nehikari, a Director General, volunteers for General Charles's campaign team, and Osahon Igebo, member, PDP and chairmanship aspirant, Oredo Local Government Council in Edo State. General Charles Ehige Ariare retired is a man you can trust with your vote. PDP, power to the people. Call live in the studio on 0208 180 2523 07961
I said give power to the people. Power to the people. They are the people for the people. They are the people by the people. They are the people with the people. Power to the people. Democratically, they are the people in the people. Power to the people. Economically, they are the people for the people. Power to the people.
Yes, indeed. That's what I knew as a young man growing up, that's what democracy is about. Power or government for the people, by the people, and indeed that seems to be what's in place and what's been yearned for, what's been clamored for in the governorship election in Edo State. Chris, we have been with us today. We want to ask how you wind up on this very wonderful interview today and how you want to leave us. What sort of message do you have for the average Edo indigene or Edolite, wherever they are across the globe? Why they must vote, GC?
Yeah, Edo State right now needs serious development, and this development has to spread across all sectors. The past is gone. We've looked at the past, and with that we'll be able to look into the future. Our last governor, Lucky Benedict, made some mistakes, but PDP as a party should not be held responsible for what Lucky did, because today PDP takes responsibility and has said we are better, we will do things differently, and that is what General Charles represents. If you look at across the south-south zone of the country right now, all the PDP states are going far ahead of us. All of them, from Akwa Ibom to Rivers to Delta to Bayelsa to Cross River, they are going far ahead of us. A PDP government in those states will join that trend of development and key into the federal government policy and be able to move ahead as well. And with that, we seek the support of all Edo indigenes, especially those in diaspora, to call their people at home that the PDP is ready to do things differently and to give PDP the party a chance. And once you give us that chance, you will not regret it, as we will work for you and we'll do things as it should be done. Because government is not a child's play. It's a serious business, and we intend to make it that way.
Okay, just before we wrap up with you, there's a text message that's come from Osa from Essex in the UK. It said, if the cement factory, as you claim, has been shut down, where is the current government getting cement from for the road construction?
Well, the cement factory has been shut down. We're not probably buying from other private cement producers. It's a shame that those states has to spend. Maybe that's why our contracts for road construction are shooting into the sky, using 1 billion naira per kilometer of roads. But that apart, it's one of the things our General Charles will look into once he comes into government. All our industries that worked for us in the past will work for us again, and our people will be gainfully employed in those industries. It's a contract with the people, and intends to stick by it. Okay,
wonderful. You've been on the platform of Voice of Africa Radio, and we want to ask you very quickly what message you have for our general listeners, and indeed Voice of Africa Radio as a platform.
Voice of Africa Radio is a wonderful station, and I encourage all Africans to listen to it. It speaks about Africa across the whole continent, and it's beautiful. I've enjoyed my stay here. I've enjoyed listening to it since I've been in London, and kudos to Voice of Africa.
Thank you so much, and we wish you a safe journey back to Benin, and hopefully we see you again in the near future.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Getting you home in style. This is On the Road, 4 till 7 on Voice of Africa Radio, London.